Ryan Poles, hey, buddy, let's have a talk. We need to have a talk, Ryan Poles. There's some things you've done really, really well. I respect you. You've taken a massive mantle on yourself. Ben Johnson being the best thing you've ever done. Good job. Good job. Carolina trade was pretty awesome. I gave you some suggestions this offseason. You ignored a lot of them. Defensive tackle was one of them in the first round. Will Johnson, if he was there in the second round, taking him. Massive mistake you missed there, buddy. Ariante Ursary, another one that would have helped at tackle. Bygones are bygones. Listen, man, I've made some suggestions this season. Listen to this video. Ryan, if you know what's good for you, listen to this video. I can help you, my friend. I can help you. All right, welcome back. Welcome in. Those who are new to the channel, we're a stats and analyst-based channel. We like to play around with hypotheticals of signing players only when it's realistic. I do a lot on the salary cap. I do a lot on the draft. Today, we are doing one huge trade that makes complete sense. It's sitting right there. We're on our bye week. Ryan Poles, listen to this freaking video. Entertain it. The Browns want it. I promise you they want it. And then one huge signing that I think is such a value signing the Bears need to go out and do. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Let's get into this.
Bear down, sports making Chicago proud.
All right, so as you guys know, we're going to make me small. We always do this. Brad Biggs posted earlier, yesterday, I guess now, because I'm making this late at night, that the Bears hit the practice field this afternoon. That was yesterday. And when they return from the bye week, they're expected to have a change at left tackle. That change is expected to be Theo Benedict. So let's make me even smaller. We'll bring the bear down pointer out. Bear down pointer, where are you? Come over here. We got Theo Benedict left tackle. There's the change. Braxton Jones now becomes the backup on the last year of his contract. Left tackles, guys, are so valuable in the trade market. Left tackles will be sought after commodity. We got Darnell Wright. We got Karan Amagaji right behind me here on the IR, who will be coming off the IR around week 7. Really, they've slated him at guard, but you got Ozzie, who needs reps too. So this being the case, Theo Benedict and Ozzie Trapillo were predestined to get those snaps in that game against the Raiders. We know we have 2 young guys. We got to see what we have in him. Braxton's on expiring contract. This is genius. So what I posted on Twitter with this news, this number 1 preserves Braxton's health for a trade. Number 2 gives Theo reps to prove himself, and he has earned that over Ozzie. And Ozzie can still work his way in. He will get reps as a swing tackle. You've got Karan on an emergency situation. If you've got 2 young guys like Theo and Ozzie, who have, number 1, Theo, undrafted free agent, proven himself with his work ethic in the offseason. Even Caleb's giving him praise. You've got to give him the reps. Number 2, Ozzie, second-round pick. Yeah, give him a year to work his way in. He's a true swing tackle now. Let him work his way in. Braxton, he's an expendable piece. So I said I would be shocked if we don't trade Braxton Jones. Earlier than later is even better because you get more value out of him. And there's a clear and obvious trade out there. I've already alluded to it with the Browns. So below here, this is where our guys have stacked up so far this year. This is according to overall offensive grades. Yes, Braxton has allowed the most pressures, but guys, I'm telling you, last year he was the 14th ranked left tackle. If he played at the same level he was before his injury, he would probably garner us a 3rd or 4th rounder, 4th rounder most likely. Now that he's come out this season with a little bit of slunkiness or slowness, there's still some good things on tape, and he's still the best option out of him, Theo, and Ozzie. Other teams will see it that way too. You don't have to agree. Sitting there in your home, on your phone, behind the computer, on your screen, whatever. You don't have to agree, but this is how teams will see it with his experience and what he's done so far. He is valuable to a team that desperately needs a left tackle. All right, flash forward to our defensive line. I know it seems like I'm jumping all over the place. Follow me here, guys. Follow me. We've got Austin Booker coming back, and we got Grady Jarrett getting healthy after the bye. With Austin Booker back, Grady Jarrett, our biggest weakness on this defensive line is still Shamar Turner being a rookie, needing time to develop, and Chris Williams, he's not even getting playing time now. So that rotational 5th defensive lineman, Montez Sweat, Dominic Robinson, or Tano Passanon, or Austin Booker rotating. These 2 of these guys on each side rotating, whoever that is here, I'm not even going to try to get into that today. And then rotating these guys with a fifth defensive tackle is valuable. Daniel Hardy is for special teams. So for all intents and purposes, he's for the special teams. He excels at that. But our defensive unit, that defensive line has not looked good so far. Our highest graded person, Gervon Dexter, 9 pressures, really good. His pass rush is good. His tackling's been terrible. I think that can come as you shore up, get Grady Jarrett back, get Austin Booker, Dio Odangbo, Montez Sweat. That's all going to help itself. Jonathan Ford, Chris Williams, completely invaluable so far. Shamar Turner, you see he's at the bottom of the list here, needs time to develop. So who do you bring in for that fourth guy to rotate to let Shamar develop slowly? We're going to hit that, obviously, or I wouldn't be bringing it up. So first of all, Chris Williams. Those who have been following this channel in the offseason, my every single offseason prediction, hypothetical, roster overhaul, whatever, everything I did involved cutting Chris Williams. He should not be here now. And it would have saved us over $3 million, 3.273. So most of that is recoupable, 0 dead cap. That's why I bring this up here, 0 dead cap. Trade or release, 0 dead cap. So move number one, if you're going to make a move number one, it's going to involve cutting Chris Williams. So that's number one. Number two, the Browns have a player on their team that is an aged veteran. I'm going to show him in just a second. But look at Shelby Harris so far right now this year is playing better than any of our guys have played. Not as many pressures, but also not as many snaps as Gervon Dexter. But his run stuffing hasn't missed a single tackle, and he's been in on all. He is a run stuffer. You need to stop the run. Shelby Harris will stop the run. So you can read this if you want to, but it's an article that came out last week by the Browns, how he's valuable to move right now, how they restructured his contract to be able to be appeasing to a team wanting to take them off his hands. Right now, he's probably worth a late round 6th or 7th rounder or a pick swap, a 6th for a 7th. Okay, so Shelby Harris, 34 years old. This is the type of move the Bears need because next year our salary cap is pretty tight. Those who have followed the channel know we're right up at that 300 million range. When this year salary cap's is around 260, next year it's bumping up to 300. We've already spent 300 million next year. So we have draft picks to pick and we have spots to fill. Like we have no safeties re-signed. We're going to have to do some things with Tremaine Edmonds, DeAndre Swift. That's not the point of this video. There's some things we can do to restructure some things, cut some guys, realign some things, draft some guys. Shelby Harris is a 1-year rental, just like we're trying to get rid of the 1-year rental of Braxton Jones. Stay with me here. So here's Shelby Harris. And if you want to see a little rundown, boom, of what they say about him, yes, strong indications they want to move him. The Browns are embracing a young movement with drafted Mason Graham in the first round. They also have a player that came out of nowhere as an undrafted free agent that is getting a lot of these reps too. So you see, this is this season's grade. Aiden Huntington is who that is, if you guys are wondering. So see the PPP, that's partial. So he's getting partial reps. He's not a full-time. This is exactly what the Bears need too. And the Browns with their youth movement, they've got Malik Collins and Mason Graham as their primary guys. And then Huntington, who's come out of nowhere as their primary. I mean, he's having a spectacular season. So you've got the surplus of guys and Shelby Harris, and then lo and behold, guess where the Browns are really struggling right now? Left tackle. I accidentally hit mute. Sorry about that. I wonder how this is panning out. I wonder how this is. Does this look like it's lining up? Ryan Poles, listen. Okay. Anyways, so Shelby Harris over his career. Very solid contributor on defense. He's in the twilight of his career, and he's at the end of his contract with them. So he's on an expiring contract. Roster flexibility with everything they've brought in. Mike Hall Jr., someone else they mentioned in here. Trading Harris is a given for the Browns. All right, where's the Bears' other position of need? Nahshon Wright. I'm not even going to beat around the bush. Kyler Gordon coming back is huge. Nick McLeod has not done great. Look down here. Nahshon Wright. Nobody could have expected the Bears to lose Jalen Johnson and Terrell Smith for the year. In my opinion, those are the best 2 cornerbacks coming into the season. Terrell Smith was his man coverage. He wasn't. Tyreek Stevenson was not losing his job, but man coverage, these were the best 2. We lost both of them. So Dennis Allen's in a pickle. Tyreek Stevenson has absolutely stepped up to the challenge. His play in these first 4 games, especially the last 2 games, has been phenomenal. Kevin Byard, Jaquan Brisker, these are a great, formidable front. Kyler Gordon back, that's huge for us. Our weakness now, Nahshon Wright. All right, so you got Braxton Jones worth a 4th or 5th rounder. Could be more if he played better, but probably a 5th rounder, conditional 4th if the team extends him. You've got Shelby Harris on the other end of this. Okay, so they're probably going to need to kick us back some compensation. How about Greg Newsome? Anybody remember Greg Newsome from Northwestern, 2021? He got his 5th-year extension because he was a first rounder, 26th overall. So here's your little breakdown. I'll move me out of the way for Greg Newsome. Before this year, he was not spectacular. Now he's playing much better. Do the Browns extend him with their salary cap situation and really trying to solidify the quarterback, or is he expendable to try to get where they need to go? Right now, I'm going to tell you, left tackle is their biggest need. DeJuan Jones, huge, if you guys remember him from the draft last year, has not been working out for them so far. He and Cornelius Lucas, who they've rotated together, have accounted for 36 pressures through 4 games. You thought Braxton Jones was rough? That's rough. All right? Biggest need is tackle. Greg Newsome already is making a lot of money. So right now, if you look at the thing behind, sorry about that. If you look at the thing behind me, just the AI, what they're needed, Newsome's entering the final year of his contract, fully guaranteed 5th-year option, $13.4 million. So here's where the rub is. They need to unload that contract because they're likely not re-signing him with an overloaded cornerback room. They do have a lot of, and they have Denzel Ward, who's signed at $20 million a year through 2027. They've got some young guys. Cameron Mitchell, who's shown a lot of promise, last year's draft pick for them. So they have a player that's expendable on an expensive. If they're going to re-sign him, he's going to be expensive. So the position might be telling yourself is, okay, are the Bears really going to re-sign him with Terrell Smith and Jalen Johnson coming back and Tyreek Stevenson? What are the Bears going to do? Well, not necessarily. We don't have the cap for it either, but we're looking for someone to fill in this year on an expiring contract so it doesn't kill us next year. He can hit the free agent market. If he plays like a freaking Pro Bowler in the rest of the time he's here with us, you can see the first game he had a phenomenal game. Here's his season so far this year. And then he's played pretty average the rest of the year. Last year was his career low year, so his value went down a little bit. So the thought on him is the Browns want to unload his contract so bad they basically give him away for free for a late round pick. Now he's playing so well this year so far to start the year in that first game, and then through a couple more games that you'll probably get maybe a 5th or 6th round pick for him. So here comes in Greg Newsome to the picture. You can read the rest of this. I'll move this if you want to. I'll pause that just for a second. You can pause it on your side if you want, but it makes sense for the Browns to unload him if they're not going to re-sign him. All indications are they're probably not going to re-sign him, and they want to get rid of that $13.4 million contract this year. Add all this together, and what do you get? The perfect trade scenario for the Bears. Now, I'm going to tell you with how Greg Newsome's playing, the Browns may want something sweetened in here, but the left tackle position is so much more valuable that this is worth it for them to trade for a position that they are desperately in need of. 36 pressures through 4 games from your left tackle is not acceptable for any team. They will trade for Braxton Jones. They want Braxton Jones. Braxton Jones worth a 5th, potentially a 4th rounder if they ended up, whatever you want to say. But Shelby Harris' value is a 6th or 7th rounder. Greg Newsome's value is a late round pick, but really trying to clear the cap space. Add it together, you get Braxton Jones for Shelby Harris and Greg Newsome. It makes sense. It makes sense. Now, on paper, you're saying Braxton Jones for 2 players? That doesn't make much sense. These are all expiring contracts. It unloads salary cap for the Browns, and it helps them get value in a position they desperately need, and it shores up 2 positions the Bears need. This is the perfect trade scenario. If we have to throw in a 7th or a 6th rounder to get it done, I'm more than happy with that. I think Ryan Poles needs to get on the phone today and make this happen. All right, shifting gears. I want to bring up, you guys, I have mentioned before on this channel, I have an insurance brokerage called Platinum Risk Management. Platinum Insurance. Platinum Risk Management is my last one. I should edit that out, but I'm not going to because this is a quick blurb in here. In the description of the video, check it out. Click on the link, fill your information in just for basic information. All I need is your current declarations page and a copy of your insurance, your driver's license. Email it to me. Email back and forth with me. I've already helped a couple people in Illinois. I just opened up to Illinois. I cover Nevada, Arizona, Utah, and Illinois now. You guys give me a shot. I'll send you over a little trading card, one of your favorite players, Caleb Williams, whoever. I'll send you a trading card in the mail. If I beat your insurance rates, great, you save money. If not, I'm a broker. There's no fees associated with it, so I shop 6, 7 different companies. Therefore, you in Illinois. If I beat it, you save money. If not, you stay where you're at. Give it a shot. See what I can do for you. All right, I mentioned in the beginning one other signing we can do to shore up this team. DeAndre Swift is not cutting the mustard. No way to slice about that. I didn't put the stats on here. This last game, Kyle Monangai got 4 carries for 18 yards, 4.5 per carry. His yards after contact were above 3 for the first time any players had that on this team. Roschon Johnson clearly has some kind of issue with concussion. They don't want to use him as a running back this year. They're only using him on the practice squad. I don't understand it. I'm not in the Bears front office, so I don't know what's happening. Travis Homer is eligible. He can come back from the injured reserve after the bye week. All right. I say they hold him there for a minute. Bring in Gus Edwards, tried to have that queued up at the right time, who came back for the playoffs last year. All right. Gus Edwards is a downhill physical runner. He's exactly what the Bears need. Undrafted free agent for Baltimore years ago, went to the Chargers last year, got injured with his ankle. I get that. That's the reason people hesitate here. He came back for the playoffs, guys. He came back. He was healthy. He played. All indications are that he's healthy. He's the big bruising back. He's the big bruising back we need. I mentioned Javonte Williams before this season. I mentioned a couple players in the offseason. I mentioned Derrick Henry 2 years ago. We could have got him for cheap. Ryan Poles, if there's an ounce of listening to anything else outside of yourself, go get Gus Edwards and sign him on the cheap. He wants to prove himself somewhere. Before you reactivate Travis Homer, bring Gus Edwards in and let him freaking play. Before the last couple years, now people think the tread on the tire is gone. They said the same thing about Derrick Henry. He was averaging 5.2, 5.3, 5.0, 5.0 yards per attempt and over 3 yards per attempt after contact per attempt before he got shipped out, went to the Chargers, and, things change with different scenarios. The Bears are in a situation where if they use him in a committee back with Caleb Williams and his legs, with DeAndre Swift more as your outside zone, using Gus Edwards on a limited role, not being your workhorse back, and maybe he is workhorse back. Who knows until someone takes a shot on him and lets him play again. Go get Gus Edwards. Please, I'm begging you. Go get Gus Edwards. Of all the things I've recommended, Gus Edwards is a clear answer for this team that would make sense. Even if you sign him and he doesn't pan out, you can cut him. He's not going to be that expensive. He wants to prove himself. So go get Gus Edwards. Those are my recommendations for the Bears. I want to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments. Number 1, go get Gus Edwards. Let him work with Kyle Monangai and DeAndre Swift. Yes, Kyle Monangai needs some more reps. A committee of 3 is not the worst thing in the world. You see it with many teams, and it's going to help out when you can mix things up with the Bears. We've got to open up the run game to be able to keep the pass game going. These throws behind the line of scrimmage, these getting tackled behind these. We got Drew Dahlman for a reason. We've got the players we have on the offensive line that are good run blockers, that this scheme it's not working so far. Let's shake some things up. Gus Edwards, and then trading Braxton Jones away for Shelby Harris and Greg Newsome. It makes too much sense for me. Let me know what you guys think, though. If you're the Bears, are you willing to part with Braxton Jones to get Greg Newsome and Shelby Harris, even if we have to give up a 6th rounder for next year? Is that worth it this year to try to see what this team can do? To me, this is not an experimental year. This is a year where we need a solid cornerback to come in. We need defensive line help to help until Shamar Turner gets up to speed and gets valuable, and we need another running back. We need a Gus Edwards. It's exactly what this Bears team needs. So let me know what you guys think in the comment. I want to interact with you guys on this one. I want enough momentum on this for Ryan Poles to get wind of this one and say, I'm going to call the Browns. This makes too much sense. The Browns need a left tackle more than any other team in the league. The Bears need their cornerback and their defensive tackle. The Bears need a running back. All right, guys, I appreciate you tuning in. If you haven't hit the like button by now, please do so. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I don't know why you haven't. We're growing. It's a lot of fun here. We do a lot of stats and analysis, so join in. Let's be a part of this. And hit that like button. Until next time, da Bears, and bear down.
Bear down.